Okay, class, so remember last week we talked about main idea, we did a whole lesson about that, we did some in the learning strategies classroom, and we went to Ms. Martin's room. So this week we're going to kind of expand on that idea, and we're going to talk about significant details. Now, significant details are hints at how things turn out. They should support our main idea, and significant details can be character traits, feelings, settings, or events, but overall, you guys should remember they need to support our main idea. So by the end of this lesson and the next two lessons in Ms. Martin's class, I want you guys to be able to say, I will be able to find significant details that support the main idea. So the steps we're going to need to find our significant details are to read the story, find the main idea, go back and find the details and highlight those details, and then we're going to sort them into a cluster diagram. It's okay to, I want you guys to read the whole story and then go back, and it's okay to read paragraphs, sections, or you can scan and skim, whatever you gotta do, but we need to find the significant details. So right now I want you to take out the story I handed out, which is The Surprising History of Mother's Day. You do have an electronic copy on your Google Classroom, on your iPads. I have it up here, or there's a paper copy for you to use, whatever you want to use. We're gonna choral read, like we did last time. So why don't we start that right now.
Mother's Day is a holiday honoring motherhood. Different countries around the world celebrate it in different ways and on different days. In the United States, Mother's Day 2018 takes place on Sunday, May 13th. The American version of Mother's Day was created by Anna Jarvis in 1908. It became an official U.S. holiday in 1914. Soon after, people began spending large amounts of money buying Mom's cards, gifts, and flowers. Jarvis condemned that. She spent the rest of her life trying to get Mother's Day off the national calendar. Still, people usually give Moms flowers, cards, and other gifts. More phone calls are made on Mother's Day than any other day of the year. Phone traffic can rise more than a third.
Hey, Dr. Johnson, to not make this lesson 20 minutes, we're going to pretend we co-read the whole story together, and now we're going to go back to our lesson. All right, class, good job reading. So now we're going to go back, and we're going to highlight. So the main idea of this article is the history of Mother's Day. So since I know history is going to be involved in this article, I'm going to try to find people, dates, big events to help us build a timeline, because history is about, time, starting from point A to point B. So I'm going to read through, and I'm going to scan and scan, and I'm going to see the American version of Mother's Day was created by Anna Jarvis in 1908, and it became an official holiday in 1914, and I'm going to highlight that. Perfect, going to keep going, and I know at the end of the article it talked about why Anna Jarvis wanted to get rid of Mother's Day, and it's because it became kind of commercialized, so I'm going to highlight that. And keep going, and then the history of Mother's Day talks about different people that actually kind of started Mother's Day before us. So I'm going to highlight stuff about the ancient Greeks and Romans, because that's important. And then I'm going to go through, and I see that there was an early Christian festival. And I keep going, and then it talks about the lady that kind of started this all, that pushed the movement, Anne Reeves Jarvis. And it goes, and it says right here that Mother's Day goes back all the way to 1800s. So I'm going to highlight that because, like I said, history is about dates, people, blah, blah, blah. And I see that Anne Reeves Jarvis started movements that kind of brought mothers together. So I'm going to highlight those different groups that she made. And her second group she made was the Mother's Friendship Day. Awesome, and now we're going to go on to the part that talks about her daughter. I'm going to get my highlighter out because her daughter was the one that kind of pushed this whole movement to make Mother's Day a national holiday, because there are so many holidays about men, so we want to recognize some women. Go feminism. And I'm going to highlight this, that the official Mother's Day began in the 1900s, and if you guys remember, we kind of already highlighted that in the beginning, but it's okay to highlight that stuff. It just helps reiterate that this is an important point. And then we're going to see that after Anna Jarvis' mom died, she really pushed for the appreciation of Mother's Day. And then we have like the first organized, like known organized Mother's Day in the U.S. And then, ooh, it says right here, she argued that there were a lot of American holidays celebrating men, and there should be a holiday that celebrates men. And then we have, I see some dates here. 1912, many places. I think it's more important to remember when it became an official holiday, so I'm going to highlight that part. And then this is the part where conflict starts to happen, where she's like, I want Mother's Day off the calendar, which was foreshadowed from the beginning. So you're going to highlight what made Anna Jarvis mad, which is Mother's Day was becoming commercialized. And then Jarvis eventually began campaigning against his companies. That's important because she was mad. And then we're going to talk about Jarvis died fighting for this cause. So that's what you're going to go through, highlight. You can either reread sections, skim and scam, scan. It's fine. We'll go through that. So now we're going to transfer our significant details into our cluster diagram. Alright, so in the middle we have our main idea, and as you can see there's lines branching out, and that means that our significant details support our main idea. So I already have the main idea put in, which is the history of Mother's Day, and now I'm going to add to our cluster. For the sake of time, so you guys have time to practice with me and do independent practice, I'm only going to go through a couple of these. I have pre-made diagrams for you guys, or you can make your own. Do whatever best fits your life. So I'm going to go back through and read. I have a highlight copy right here. I'm going to start typing about how Anna Jarvis started this movement. So I'm going to put Anna Jarvis created Mother's Day in 1908. And significant details can share bubbles if they like match, but I don't want you to put too many details into one bubble, like 2 max. And I'm going to put it became an official holiday in 1908. So you're just going to keep doing that throughout. We're going to go through this more with the guided practice. I just wanted you to see what I expect from you guys to be able to learn and do for the next couple class periods.